What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well on this Sunday, and we have some breaking transfer news.
Breaking news.
Oh, it's not going away. It's not going away. People enjoy it. Yes, we have some breaking news in the last couple of minutes at the time of recording this video from one David Ornstein, and it is a big development that a deal is close for Netherlands international and Bologna striker Joshua Zirkzee. Sunday, I know it's Sunday, we probably shouldn't, but we're logging on to Ornhub and Ornhub Siren because, as I mentioned, Ornstein from The Athletic is saying in the last few minutes, we can get the quotes up on the screen from his article right there. He is reporting that Manchester United are working to finalise the signing of Bologna forward Joshua Zirkzee. United have agreements in place on personal terms and I guess critically agent commission, the same commission that kind of ruled AC Milan out of signing Joshua Zirkzee this summer. Now, why? Because the agent commission reportedly is quite big. AC Milan were not willing to pay it, but Manchester United are. Why are they willing to pay it? Well, as Ornstein writes right there, yes, the agent commission is sizable, but it's viewed at Old Trafford as fair in the context of an overall package deemed good value for money. So the suggestion is from Manchester United is that yes, the agent fee is excessive, but because there is a release clause in effect here, they believe they're getting a player under market value, good value for money, so they're happy to pay the commission to the agent, to the intermediaries to get this deal done. Now, it continues by explaining a bit more about this release clause. Ornstein says Zirkzee's contract includes a £34 million release clause, and talks, though, continue about the fee. The clause to be activated, which expires in August, must be paid in full, which is a potential cash flow issue for the Premier League club, which maybe says quite a lot about Manchester United's budget this summer when it comes to PSR and FFP. Of course, we've had no major outgoings just yet, but it is still relatively early in the window. Because of this, Manchester United are therefore exploring whether to activate it or negotiate a price separately. So again, there you have a situation where Manchester United have agreed personal terms. They're happy to settle on the commission it would take to get this deal done. But there is a discussion about, well, we could just give them £34 million to activate the release clause, or we could negotiate a separate price, maybe a bit less upfront, maybe it's a bit more loaded in the back end when it comes to add-ons and things of that nature, clauses and other things too. So there are still some discussions about what Manchester United want to do when it comes to that. But if you're concerned about that going, well, does that mean then this still isn't close? However, as Ornstein writes there, Zirkzee is the striker that Manchester United have decided to pursue, and a deal for the Netherlands international is now close to being secured. And for David Ornstein to say it's close to being secured, that means it's just that, very close to being secured. So it looks like Joshua Zirkzee is on his way to becoming a Manchester United player. Now, when this deal is going to get confirmed, we don't know. Netherlands, they're still in Euro 2024. They won yesterday against Turkey. He actually came on to make his first appearance at the tournament, first minutes on the pitch at the tournament. But as far as when it comes to me being an expert, I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, I've watched Joshua Zirkzee all the time, every single week for Bologna, or when he was at Bayern Munich, or when he was at Anderlecht. I can't say that. All I can listen to is the experts, one of which is Kevin Hatchard. Now, Flex recently spoke to Kevin Hatchard, European football expert, has commentated on games that have involved Joshua Zirkzee. Here's what he had to say about his qualities and about his attributes that maybe give you a bit more of a well-rounded picture as to what to expect if indeed he joins Manchester United.
Look, he's a really interesting player, right? There are not many players like him in the sense that he's quite a tall guy. He's fairly quick. I think he's 6'3". But he's not mega good in the air. He's not that classic centre forward that you might think, that he's kind of, you want to pump in a load of crosses and he's gonna win them like a Füllkrug, somebody like that. He's not really like that. He's a guy that loves to take people on, loves to glide past them, wants to drop in, wants to link play. If you look at his stats in terms of like his passing ability, very, very good. You know, he's got plenty of assists this season for Bologna. And he was kind of perfect for what Thiago Motta wanted to do with Bologna, which was to have that presence in attack, but also somebody who was really good at all the link-up play and could make it stick and kind of let the other players, like Lewis Ferguson, before he got injured, they had a really good click, getting forward from midfield. So he is unusual in that way. He can run in behind, but he won't always run in behind. Rasmus Højlund, for example, is more that guy that will be trying to constantly,
good runs, we just don't find him.
Runs. Yeah, exactly. But look, Josh is really, really good. But what we don't know if he can do yet, hand on heart, is we don't know if he can score 20, 25 goals a season because he's never done it. The one thing I would say is that I remember when he first broke through as a teenager at Bayern, and I think he definitely scored in his debut, and I think he might have got the winner the following game. He might even.
I saw a thing where he said he scored three. He scored 3 goals off his first 3 shots. I saw a stat of
yeah.
He got a few goals really quickly. I saw that.
He definitely got a winner against Freiburg in his second game. I remember that because I think I did the game. And the first game, I think he might have got the winner in the first game as well. But he burst onto the scene and was doing really, really well. But it's Bayern, right? So they've got tons and tons of quality. He went to Parma. You wondered, is he really gonna get to where we hoped he would get to? But then he went to Anderlecht and he scored a lot of goals in Belgium. Again, then you're thinking, well, is that the level? That's a good gateway, but is it the level? And then he goes to Bologna and works with Thiago Motta. And Motta's done a really good job and has now left. But it has done a really good job with him. So I'll be really interested to see what happens. I can see why United would look at him because he's different to what they have. And I think you need that sometimes. He and Højlund could play as a 2. I could see that. But I could equally see him playing as that lone front man, dropping in and kind of getting wider players involved. So, yeah, he's not the finished article. He's not a slam dunk, but I think he's a really interesting player.
He's a really interesting player, according to Kevin Hatchard, and I would recommend, once again, go check out that full interview. He talks about a variety of different players, not just Joshua Zirkzee, Matthijs de Ligt, in addition to other players, Lenny Yoro we've been linked to, whether that's going to happen, Ugarte, and more. So I would really recommend to check that out, as well as actually a bit of an insight on René Harker, of course, the incoming Manchester United assistant first team coach. But we're getting a bit sideways there. In terms of Zirkzee, again, can't say I'm a massive expert, haven't seen him play a lot. Of course, like most people, saw him come on last night. There's been a collective freak out because he came on and it wasn't looking that great, really, was it? He came on, lost the ball a couple of times, but he was on the pitch for 5-10 minutes, maybe something like that. So if that's the barometer to judge a player on, my goodness me, we'd miss out on quite a few good players. So park the social media hysteria to one side. It's encouraging that Manchester United are trying to do business fairly quickly here. This is now 2 players, according to credible reports, credible outlets, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, and others, and actually reports in their own home country, or the country that they play in regards to whether it's De Ligt, Florian Plettenberg, or whether it's in reports in Italy when it comes to Joshua Zirkzee, that Manchester United have agreements with 2 players. Now it's just the case of figuring out the club-to-club talks, the club-to-club negotiations, whether it's between now Manchester United and Bologna for Zirkzee, or whether it's between Manchester United and Bayern Munich for De Ligt. And on top of that, there is a price involved in. There isn't this sort of mythical number that we don't know about. When it's De Ligt, it's around sort of 42 million quid, around that kind of figure. Whether it's Joshua Zirkzee, it's around 34 million pounds. That is the release clause, but Manchester United feel maybe we can do something extra with that. Maybe we can have some extra discussions surrounding that too. So this is positive, this is developments, and it looks like Manchester United are really spinning several plates at the same time, because this is 2 separate deals at the same time. They're at the same stage at, which is a deal agreed with both the players and the agents. It's now just about finding out what the price point is going to be. So let me know your thoughts on these developments. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. I myself, I think this is encouraging. We certainly need a striker next season. One addition to Rasmus Højlund. He can't do it all by himself. We need options. We need alternatives. And we need a different type of striker too. And once again, it shows that Manchester United are going young. They're going for young players, developing players, as Kevin Hatchard said there. Not the finished article, but the hope is that maybe he can turn into it. So let me know your thoughts about it. Let me know your reaction to it in the comment section below. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And we'll be back if there's any more breaking news, any more transfer news. Failing that, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. flexing myself for another edition of one of these, The Transfer View. We'll see you then. I'm out of here. Peace.